Then the man brought me into the outer sanctuary and measured the side pillars to be 6 cubits wide on each side. The width of the entrance was 10 cubits, and the sides of the entrance were 5 cubits on each side. He also measured the length of the outer sanctuary to be 40 cubits, and the width to be 20 cubits. And he went into the inner sanctuary and measured the side pillars at the entrance to be 2 cubits wide. The entrance was 6 cubits wide, and the walls on each side were 7 cubits wide. Then he measured the room adjacent to the inner sanctuary to be 20 cubits long and 20 cubits wide. And he said to me, "This is the most holy place." Next he measured the wall of the temple to be 6 cubits thick, and the width of each side room around the temple was 4 cubits. The side rooms were arranged one above another in 3 levels of 30 rooms each. There were ledges all around the wall of the temple to serve as supports for the side rooms, so that the supports would not be fastened into the wall of the temple itself. The side rooms surrounding the temple widened at each successive level, because the structure surrounding the temple ascended by stages corresponding to the narrowing of the temple wall as it rose upward, and so a stairway went up from the lowest story to the highest, through the middle one. I saw that the temple had a raised base all around it, forming the foundation of the side rooms. It was the full length of a rod, 6 long cubits. The outer wall of the side rooms was 5 cubits thick, and the open area between the side rooms of the temple and the outer chambers was 20 cubits wide all around the temple. The side rooms opened into this area, with one entrance on the north and another on the south. The open area was 5 cubits wide all around. Now the building that faced the temple courtyard on the west was 70 cubits wide, and the wall of the building was 5 cubits thick all around, with a length of 90 cubits. Then he measured the temple to be 100 cubits long, and the temple courtyard and the building with its walls were also 100 cubits long. The width of the temple courtyard on the east, including the front of the temple, was 100 cubits. Next he measured the length of the building facing the temple courtyard at the rear of the temple, including its galleries on each side. It was 100 cubits. The outer sanctuary, the inner sanctuary, and the porticos facing the court, as well as the thresholds and the beveled windows and the galleries all around with their 3 levels opposite the threshold, were overlaid with wood on all sides. They were panelled from the ground to the windows, and the windows were covered. In the space above the outside of the entrance to the inner sanctuary on all the walls, spaced evenly around the inner and outer sanctuary, were alternating carved cherubim and palm trees. Each cherub had 2 faces. The face of a man was toward the palm tree on one side, and the face of a young lion was toward the palm tree on the other side. They were carved all the way around the temple. Cherubim and palm trees were carved on the wall of the outer sanctuary from the floor to the space above the entrance. The outer sanctuary had a rectangular door frame, and the door frame of the sanctuary was similar. There was an altar of wood, 3 cubits high and 2 cubits square. Its corners, base, and sides were of wood. And the man told me, "This is the table that is before the Lord." Both the outer sanctuary and the inner sanctuary had double doors, and each door had 2 swinging panels. There were 2 panels for one door and 2 for the other. Cherubim and palm trees like those on the walls were carved on the doors of the outer sanctuary, and there was a wooden canopy outside on the front of the portico. There were beveled windows and palm trees on the side walls of the portico. The side rooms of the temple also had canopies.